Welcome back to Daytime. Today on the program we have Carolyn Willman, co-director of the Canadian Contestors Association.
Yeah.
Did I say that correctly?
You said that correctly.
Tell us what it's all about.
Well, it started when they've been 18 sweepstakes conventions in the U.S.
18?
18. And we thought, high time to have one in Canada.
Right.
So when I talked to my accountant, I have my own business, so I talked to my accountant about how to go ahead and do this. He said, you have to form a non-profit organization to run it.
Right.
And I thought, okay, so we formed the Canadian Contestors Association, and its first order of business is to run the convention. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start accepting memberships in the fall, because the convention's a lot of work.
Right.
So, and what we're going to do is make contesting better for everyone in Canada. Because right now, if there's a problem with a contest or people have questions, they have nowhere to go.
Okay.
There's no real one body. So we're going to be that body.
And you're going to introduce this at the convention that's coming up?
No, there's not enough time.
Okay.
We're going to announce it in the fall.
Okay.
But it's contestersassociation.org, and people can get some brief information and sign up for our newsletter, and then we'll get more details out this fall.
Okay. Since we're going to get more details later on, let's talk about the convention, which is coming up soon.
Less than 2 weeks.
Okay. When is it? Where is it? Give us all the details.
September 21st to 23rd at the Toronto Sheraton Centre, and it's called First Annual National Contestors Convention.
This is unbelievable.
At contestingconvention.com.
Okay.
And there's still some passes available.
So is this a convention where people gather and share experiences and tricks and kind of try to manipulate each other?
All that. There's everything from someone who's just interested in the hobby and is wanting to learn,
okay,
right up to people who've been doing it for 25, 30 years.
Okay.
So there's a great mix of people. And we have people already registered from 7 provinces and 5 U.S. states.
Wow.
So there's a vast pool of knowledge.
So you're speaking because you're the co-director, obviously, and you have some experience winning a lot of sweepstakes. You have the nickname of the
Contest Queen.
Why? Tell us. How did you get that name, and what have you won in the past?
Well, it started with a winning streak of 3 trips in a week. And that's how I went to write
So you really don't
book.
need that holiday we were talking about in February, because you just enter and, you know.
I don't know when my next vacation is going to be, because I don't know what I'm going to win next.
All right, let's keep bragging. Go ahead.
No, but it's a lot of fun, and there's all kinds of people like me with different experiences. Some people have won lots of cars. In the U.S., they give away homes. We've had people that, you know, really like to enter, you know, just trip contests, and that's what they're good at. We have people that are good at radio contests. We actually have a guy speaking on the locals. He's really good at going, say, from store to store. Like when a supermarket has a promotion, he'll go from supermarket to supermarket and enter. So we got all kinds of neat people talking. We have Catherine and Russ Loader from Power of Place talking about the art of feng shui and how placement can help attract luck.
Is that right?
We have a lawyer coming to talk about the rules, which is the #1 issue when you're entering, you know, to explain different, because there's a lot of legalese.
Right.
We've got someone talking about how to protect your PC, because the sad reality of being connected to the internet, whether you're contesting or not, is you got to protect it.
I have to ask you this. Where do you find the time? Where do you find the time to enter all these contests? You've been on the program before. I asked you that before,
Yeah,
but just in case people are watching.
It's only a couple of hours. I don't spend as much time as people would think. I only spend an hour or 2 a day, just like most people spend on any other hobby they have. You know, there's a lot of people that like to play sports or garden or read or knit or collect stamps, and the same amount of time they would spend on their hobby, I spend on mine. It's not as much time as people think.
So there's a possibility that you can get people out of the gym, the 2 hours that they spend in the gym,
cut it in half,
and go home and
enter the other half
and look for your other contests. But the question that I want to ask you, I'm sure that a lot of people out there are wanting me to ask, is what's the secret? What's the secret to winning all these prizes?
I think part of it, believe it or not, is The Secret, the movie that's become very popular, and you have to think and feel like you're lucky and like a winner. Is part of, I think, my success. We did an experiment in July. My husband and I started entering a text messaging contest in June, and we each started winning a song a day. So I thought, oh my gosh, if we win a song a day each, plus our usual wins, we could hit 75 wins for the month of July. So my husband and I made the intention to win 75 prizes for the month of July. We hit 83, 65 music downloads, an Xbox, a cell phone, a game prize packs, 2 sets of theater tickets, 7 baseball hats, 2 sets of movie passes.
Where was my phone call? Why didn't I get to, that's amazing though.
And we used, you know, so we use, I call it the power of intention. Wayne Dyer wrote a book called The Power of Intention.
And you're talking about feng shui, and you're talking about The Secret, and you're talking about, do you see this, I mean, do you see this growing as a convention? It's the first.
Oh, it's the first. I see it growing, because in the U.S., it keeps growing every year down there, so I see it just doing the exact same, following the same path.
Tell us about the details. When is it? Where is it? How can people win?
It's actually, we're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes. There's very fat show bags. There's lots of giveaways. We have grand prize. MDG Computers has donated the grand prize. We got XM Radio. Maple Leaf Foods donated. Nutrisoya donated soy for every show bag. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
September 21st, 22nd, and 23rd?
3rd, the Sheraton Centre in Toronto, contestconvention.com.
Carolyn Willman, I'm not going to wish you any more success. You already have a lot of success, but I wish you all the best of luck with this convention.
You're not going to rub my arm for luck?
Yeah, maybe. The green especially. More daytime coming up after this.